Military exercises are one of the main foundations in maintaining the combat readiness of an armed forces. In South Korea, which is still in a state of truce with North Korea, military preparedness has a very important strategic significance. Every soldier, whether serving as an active duty soldier or conscript, is required to attend an intensive training program designed to ensure their physical, mental, and combat skills are of the highest standard. On this day, the division where Cha Eun-woo, an actor, singer, and member of the ASTRO group who is currently serving in the Army, is assigned to carry out field exercises with a focus on sweeping mountain areas. This exercise is not just a routine activity, but an integral part of the combat training curriculum, designed to deal with real conditions on the ground. In combat scenarios, mountainous areas are often difficult terrain, both in terms of geography and climate, so this exercise has a very important weight in honing the operational readiness of troops. Mountain Sweeping Training Concept. Mountain Patrol and Sweep Exercise is a military exercise focused on the search, security, and control of areas that have steep contours. This exercise requires soldiers to be able to move in certain formations, maintain vigilance against potential threats, and utilize the terrain for tactical purposes. In today's implementation, exercises are carried out with the involvement of K9 units or military dogs. The presence of military dogs provides a distinct advantage because the animals have been trained in detecting the presence of humans, explosives, and other potential threats that may be hidden in the hilly area. Strategic background. The reason for the mountain sweeping exercise cannot be separated from the geographical conditions of the Korean peninsula, which is dominated by mountains. About 70% of South Korea's territory consists of mountains and hills, meaning any potential conflict scenario would almost certainly involve fighting on terrain like this. Therefore, the South Korean military emphasizes the importance of being able to move, defend, and fight in mountainous areas. In addition, training with military dogs and the use of weapons such as grenades and shooting exercises are an attempt to build realistic combat readiness. Grenades, for example, are often used in close combat scenarios in rocky terrain or mountainous forests, where visibility is limited and enemy contact can occur suddenly. The same applies to shooting exercises, which test not only the accuracy of the soldier's shooting, but also his ability to control the weapon in tired physical conditions after sweeping difficult terrain. Exercise goals. There are several main objectives of the implementation of this exercise. 1. Testing physical endurance. Steep, rocky, and obstacle-filled mountain terrain becomes a real test for the stamina and endurance of every soldier. 2. Training combat tactics. Soldiers are trained to master sweeping formations, field communications, as well as troop control in areas with limited visibility. 3. Coordination with K9 units. Military dogs are used to detect potential threats that are not within reach of the human senses, thus training the synergy between the handler and the patrol team. 4. Weapon mastery. The use of grenades and fire drills is an advanced stage to ensure that every soldier is able to operate standard weaponry effectively. 5. Simulation of real conditions. Exercises are not performed under ideal conditions, but are simulated close to the actual situation on the ground, with various challenges such as time constraints, weather, and terrain conditions. Cha Eun-woo is one of the new soldiers to start his military service on July 28, 2025. Cha Eun-woo goes through this whole series of exercises with his teammates. Although the public knew him as a well-known entertainment figure, in the military environment, he was treated the same as other soldiers. His involvement in this mountain sweeping exercise became part of the adaptation process as well as the formation of military discipline. Wearing standard equipment from field uniforms, helmets, tactical vests to individual weapons, Cha Eun-woo follows every instruction given by the field commander. Its presence in this division shows that the South Korean military system does not discriminate between social status and popularity. Everyone undergoing military service must be subject to the same rules, procedures, and training curriculum. For Cha Eun-woo himself, this training is a testament to his dedication and commitment to serving the country. Significance. In the national context. The exercise is not just important to one division but also part of South Korea's overall military strategy. By continuing to practice mountain sweeping capabilities, coordination with K9 units, as well as the use of combat weapons, the South Korean military ensures that troops remain prepared for any eventuality. Security threats on the Korean peninsula cannot be underestimated, so every soldier, including those who have just joined, needs to have high competence in various types of operations. Furthermore, activities like this also play a role in maintaining morale and internal solidarity of the troops. Field exercises in difficult terrain demand close cooperation between team members, thus strengthening the bond of togetherness. This is very important, given that in a real combat situation, team cohesion can be a decisive factor between the success or failure of the mission. Interim conclusions. This introduction confirms that mountain sweeping exercises with the support of military dogs, plus grenade drills and firing exercises, are part of a comprehensive effort to form resilient, combat-ready and adaptive soldiers to various terrain conditions. For the division where Cha Eun-woo served, this exercise became an important agenda to maintain preparedness, while for him personally, this was the initial stage of a military journey that demanded physical endurance, discipline, and mental steel. Any military exercise run by the South Korean Army cannot be detached from the unit or division where the soldier is serving. The division is the main combat unit that has a structure, role, and a long history in maintaining national security. The division Cha Eun-woo served in included one that was experienced in running field exercises, especially in the mountainous terrain that was the focus of the day. Brief history of the division. The division was formed in the early days of South Korea's military modernization after the end of the Korean War. As tensions on the Korean peninsula escalated, the government emphasized the importance of forming units that not only serve as frontline combat troops, but also as troops capable of adapting to various types of terrain, whether urban, forest, or mountainous. Throughout its history, the division has been involved in several joint operations, both large-scale exercises with United States forces under the Security Alliance umbrella, and border security operations. It is this long experience that has earned the division a reputation for high discipline and good adaptability to the challenges of the terrain. Organizational structure of the division. In general, the divisions of the South Korean Army are similar in structure to NATO standards. Divisions usually consist of several brigades, within which there are battalions with special functions. Here's an overview of the organizational structure of the division where Cha Eun-woo served. 1. Division headquarters commanded by a major general or brigadier general. Divisional headquarters serves as the command and control center for operations. In it, there are staff who take care of intelligence, operations, logistics, and personnel. Point 2. Infantry brigade is the backbone of the division. Infantry brigades served in ground combat operations, including mountain sweeps such as those conducted today. Each brigade was commanded by a colonel. Point 3. Combat Support Battalion. It consists of artillery units, combat engineers, engineering corps, communications, as well as K9 units, military dogs. It was this K9 unit that was directly involved in today's exercise, accompanying the infantry troops. Point 4. Logistical Support Battalion responsible for the distribution of equipment, ammunition, food, and other basic needs. The existence of logistics battalions is crucial in field exercises, especially in mountainous terrain that is difficult for vehicles to reach. Point 5. Medical and Evacuation Unit duty to provide emergency care for soldiers who are injured during training again became a hot topic of conversation. They are also trained in heavy terrain evacuation procedures using portable stretchers or helicopters. Not only because of his work as an actor and singer who has been poor in the entertainment world for almost a decade, such as reconnaissance troops or drone step as an active soldier who is now officially undergoing military service. Provides tactical support for infantry troops who are combing the territory. At a special military concert held to strengthen the relationship between soldiers and society. This event is unique because it presents a public figure who was previously better known through the screen, concert stage, and the big screen, now standing on stage in military uniform.